Say hello to the 2010 Red Arrows. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as they part, they changed to diamond formation. That's René scored a bit of ground up, acknowledging the change to diamond formation. Duffy's wife Katie will be embarrassed by that because she's here in the audience today. And also Duffy's sister Stella is here as well, so hello to the pair of you. Now as they top out there, you can see the aircraft at the front, which is Red 1. Flight Lieutenant Ben Murphy, I apologise, he's a squadron leader, Ben Murphy. They're on the team as Baz, and he's on his first year as team leader this year. Baz is a former Harrier pilot, flew the GR7, and like all Harrier pilots, who are very operationally experienced, predominantly in Afghanistan, Baz has seen several operational tours providing close air support to troops out there. He's a keen runner and kite surfer, and he's also got a pretty desperate Barbie fancy dress costume. And we've already had to see him wear this costume 3 times this year, and it's enough to make a grown man cry. Now out to the right hand side there, the smoke of 8 and 9 comes on as the pilots form cranked arrow. You'll see the shape of the arrow is cranked on the right hand wingtip there. But the highest man in the formation is Red 9, Flight Lieutenant Simon Ray. Known on the team as Kermit, because he sounds like Kermit the Frog on the radio, apparently. He's a New Zealander, and he flew with the Royal New Zealand Air Force before he joined the Royal Air Force in 2002, and he went on to be a Harrier. And of course, we don't banter him one bit about this on the team. So, as Baz calls for the team to roll, ladies and gentlemen, this is cranked arrow. The aircraft here is 6 to 8 feet apart, 2,500 feet over the top there, 700 miles an hour. It's difficult particularly for the men out of the wingtips, because they've got large distances to manoeuvre while the team leader is rolling in. Probably the Red Arrow's most famous formation. We're missing the left wingtip today. Normally that would be filled by Red 5, but he sits in Red 3's position, which is just to the left of the leader. That's where Kirsty would be, Flight Lieutenant Kirsty Moore, the first ever female Red Arrows pilot. And of course that's a special year for the Red Arrows simply by that fact. As I said earlier, unfortunately Kirsty's not able to be with us today, but I can tell you that she's a former Tornado GR4 pilot. Born here in Lincolnshire at RAF Nocton Hall, and she was inspired to join the Royal Air Force by her father, Robbie Stewart, who was a Tornado GR1 navigator. And as a young girl, she used to watch the crews of 27 Squadron at RAF Marham planning, presumably giving them some advice, as women have the prerogative to do. And that's why she joined the Royal Air Force, where she's been a flying instructor on the Now this is Tango formation, an unforgiving formation for the pilots. Those 2 straight lines mean that the smallest errors in position are visible to the crowd, so all the pilots are working particularly hard here. And another particularly hard-working part of the Red Arrows are our PR team, who are here today with the Red Arrows tent, and we'd love to see you over there, so please do give us a visit. And the PR team are led by Emma Thomas, our PR manager. She's known affectionately on the team as Trigger. So this year, in deference to all the hard work of the Red Arrows PR team, this is T for Trigger formation. Landcraft 4. And as we look at them, the highest man in the formation, the man at the back right, is Red 4, Flight Lieutenant Dave Davis. Now he's known on the team as Horse. The reasons for that are known to but a few people in the Royal Air Force, and probably not appropriate for this audience here today. Now Horse is in his 2nd year on the team. He joined the Royal Air Force and went on to fly the Tornado F3, which provides the UK's air defence, both here in the UK and also the air defence of the Falkland Islands in operational theatre in the South Atlantic. Horse has also been a flying instructor at RAF Valley on the Hawk, this aircraft that we fly in the Red Arrows. And in 2008 he was the solo Hawk display pilot, so he's an accomplished display pilot. At the moment though, he's out on the right hand side, smoking red, making you feel very warm and British, seeing red, white and blue as the team flies the Apollo Twister. So you hear Baz there tightening the bend here, about 3G as they come round the front, 400 miles an hour. This is Apollo. Radio calls, Baz is emphasising his commands to the pilots. In the last command we just heard, and roll. And there's a good reason for that. In a big formation like ours, an 8-ship or a 9-ship normally, if all the aircraft don't start manoeuvring at exactly the same time as Red 1, then the formation would have lag in it and it would look bowed. We can't afford to have that happen. So all of the turns and manoeuvres are initiated on Red 1's voice command, which is why he emphasises that syllable, and it allows the pilots to input their control commands at exactly the right time. Reconnaissance aircraft, the SR-71 Blackbird, and it's a big wide formation and therefore quite difficult to fly. Shortly they're going to be reversing this right-hand turn into a left-hand bend, and that means that the man sitting just to the left-hand side of the leader, which is Red 5, Flight Lieutenant Zane Sennett, needs to be in a very stable position, so those aircraft down the back of the formation find this pull-up nice and easy. Now, Red 5, Zane Sennett, is a very charming man, and last year, in fact, I used to joke that he was the second best looking man on the team after me. That was fine until I went to board the Airshow. Some in the audience told me I really wasn't very good looking at all. And as Zane's the only single man on the team, I was ruining his summer. I can't joke anymore, though. What I will tell you, though, is that Zane was highly skilled. He's in Macquarie, which is handy for a pilot. And he's also a Harrier pilot with the Royal Air Force. He, like many of us on the team, was instructed on the Hawk and Arias Valley, and Zane's seen 4 operational tours in Afghanistan.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to be.
Now, 2010 is a very important year for the Royal Air Force, and for the Royal Air Force's heritage in particular. Many of you will know that this is the 70th anniversary year of the Battle of Britain, which took place in the summer of 1940, and we'll see a big commemoration to that later on today, I believe. Well, we too have a commemoration to show our thanks on behalf of the Royal Air Force and on behalf of the Red Arrows in the conflict of the Battle of Britain in 1940. So the team now have formed Spitfire formation. We're missing a left wingtip today, but it won't spoil the shape for you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the pilots are rolling out as they fly the victory roll. One of their big fundraising efforts this year. They'd love to see you at the tent.
Holding the flank
That's Baz calling the team into Phoenix formation, our widest formation. Reds 8 and 9 smoking there as they shuffle up into the wingtip positions. Now with 9 aircraft, this formation is nearly 100 metres long. That means that the 2 on the outside have a real job maintaining positions when the leader rolls. As he rolls, they not only have to match his angle of bank, but they need to make big changes in power and height to stay in formation. It's a difficult formation to fly. It requires the pilots on the inside to be really stable, which is why Red 2, who sits immediately to the boss's right, must be very stable in this formation. Red 2 this year is the second of the 2 first-year pilots on the team, Flight Lieutenant Benjamin Plank. He's pulling up just to the left of the leader as we look at them. And Planky, as we call him, is another one of our Harrier pilots. He grew up in Worcestershire and joined the Royal Air Force after another degree in geography. Seems to be a thing amongst the Harrier pilots because Baz also has one. Red Heart, 11-0. Now Planky is actually the youngest man of the team. It doesn't look like it though, he's the oldest man of the team. And he also drives the worst car, or the most embarrassing car, which is a turquoise Mazda MX-5. Planky claims it's his wife Amy's, but none of us believe him. He seems to pitch up to it and work every day. So ladies and gentlemen, ending the first half of the show, this is Chevron formation.
First half will be
you can tell me that.
Red Arrows.
So as the pilots depart out to the front, what you see in the first half of the show are all of our big formation manoeuvres, the whole team operating as one rigid unit.